Friends, welcome to Igniter Max. At this video, we are going to do the chapter of the matrices 12th standard Max part 1 MH4. 12th standard the matrices chapter is slight extension of the 11th standard determinant and matrices chapter. Yes, so we'll do a short recap before moving to the exercise 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3. Basically, at the exercise 2.1, it's based on the different types of matrices. Okay, the topic is actually based on different types of matrices like a transpose of a matrix, row matrix, column matrix, singular matrix, non-singular matrix, determinant of a matrix, skew symmetric matrix, symmetric matrix. I'll make sure to post the video at the description link so that we'll be getting a clear concept in the depth. I have already gone through it. Okay, make sure to get the video, and all sort of different types of examples also we have done over there, classifying different types of matrices. I'll make sure to post the video in description link so that we'll be getting the update. But still, before moving to the sums, we will discuss about that also. Now at the exercise 2.1, I took the first main question only, in which the question asks apply the given elementary transformation on each of the following matrices. So let's start with the first basic question. So the A matrix is given of 2 cross 2 matrices in which it contains of 2 rows and 2 columns. So 2 cross 2. Yes, they have given the certain operation that we need to do. R1 interchange to R2 and R2 interchange to R1. That what it denotes as. Yes, R1 should, that my row 1 will be interchanged to row 2 and row 2 will be interchanged to row 1. So this is my row 1 and this is my row 2. Just interchange it. Yes, so it's nothing but minus 1 3 and 1 0. I have interchanged the row 1 to row 2 and row 2 to row 1. This was the first question asked. Now move to the third main question. Okay, this second sub question is also actually based on it, like they have given the B matrices as the order as 2 cross 3 because it contains of 2 rows and 3 columns. To do the elementary transformation at row 1 as row 1 minus row 2, we need to do the operate row 1 as row 1 minus row 2. Just do the operation or be getting the answer. Okay, it's as similar as. Now let's move to the third sub question. Here they have given the matrices A and B as 2 cross 2, 2 cross 2 matrices respectively, and they have given the certain operation for the matrices respectively. For what do you observe? Okay, let's get started. So let's take the A matrices as 2 cross 2 matrices. Yes, and they have given the elementary transformation as C1 will interchange to C2. C2 will be interchanged to C1. It's nothing but column 1 and column 2 are the interchange. So this is nothing but my row 1, row 2, and this is nothing but my column 1, column 2. Yes, so this is my column 1 and this is my column 2. Column 1 will be interchanged to column 2 and column 2 will be interchanged to column 1. That's what we have done over here. The B matrices, yes, over here, and over here also they have given the certain operation that row 1 should be interchanged to row 2 and row 2 should be interchanged to row 1. So this is nothing but my row 1, row 2, and this is nothing but my column 1, column 2. Just interchange my row 1 and row 2, and that's for the answer. So what do you observe? At the equation 1 and at the equation 2 we have mentioned, we observe that the new matrices are equal. These two matrices in which after doing the transformation it was equal, so we need to write as A and B are equal. Yes, move to the fourth main question. Here the A matrices are given, even the B matrices are given, so we need to do the certain operations respectively, and the A and B matrices is of order 2 cross 3. Yes, let's do the operation of it and find the addition of 2 new matrices. Okay, let's get started. So they have given the A matrices as 2C2. Okay, we need to do the operation for the column 2. This is my column 2. Operate the column 2 by multiplying it by 2. Yes, we have operated it. Yes, and the B matrices also over here, let's operate as minus 3R1 at my R1. Okay, this is my R1, so multiply by minus 3. Yes, over here I have multiplied it, and this is my 2 new matrices, this and this. Yes, and the question itself answer, find the addition of two new matrices. We have added and we got the answer. Okay, actually we have gone through lots of the operation. In short form, in the exam point of view, it's not at all important. Okay, the 7th, 8th and 9th may took as important sum, okay, because we are going to use that all operation for doing this sum. Let's see it, the question. The 7th, they have given us the transformation to convert into upper triangular matrix. Yes, upper triangular matrix, it's nothing but let's take it as a ABCD form, okay. So if my matrix in ABCD form, if I need to convert in the upper triangular matrix, then we need to take as A, B, 0, D. We need to convert over here that my A21 element as a 0. This is for a 2 cross 2 matrix. For a 3 cross 3 matrix, let's see it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yes. And how we need to convert in upper triangular matrix? Okay, A, B, C. Okay, over here, over here, over here, and rest of the terms. Okay, here the triangle forms. It's called as upper triangular matrix. If lower triangular matrix, then this term will be 0 and this all will be occupied. Okay, this term will be 0. Okay, this is what upper triangular matrix of 2 cross 2 and 3 cross 3. Here the question is given as of 2 cross 2 only. So let's do the operation as upper triangular matrix. So I need to bring this element as 0. So how can I bring it? By using the elementary transformation. This is my 3 and over here 1. So let's operate R2 minus 3R1. 3, okay, R2 is nothing but my 3. Yes, 3 minus 3 R1 respective element is 1. So it's nothing but 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So I can form it as upper triangular matrix. For that purpose I have done this operation. If we are doing for this element, even we need to do for this element, because we are going to operate the R2. So both the elements we need to operate it. The same calculation proceed for it. And the question itself asks as a to convert in upper triangular matrix. So here is the upper triangular matrix. And the 7th, 8th, 9th are most important sum in the exam point of view. Yes. So the 8th sum as they have given the matrices and we need to convert into identity matrix. Identity matrix is nothing but 1 0 0 1 as a 2 cross 2 matrix, as a 3 cross 2 matrix. Okay, that also I have mentioned on it. Okay, please cross check it. By suitable row transformation we need to do, and we need to convert as an identity matrix. Let's get started. So this is my matrix. Yes, so what can I do it for the identity matrix? Over here also one element, the unit element should present, and rest all elements should contain the 0. A11 element contains the 1. Okay, it's absolutely all right, but my A22 elements are containing 3. This we need to convert as 1, and this we need to convert as 0. So let's get started. So I have operated R2 minus 2R1 because I need to get it as 0. For that purpose I have mentioned over here, and over here 5 is there. If I'll divide by 5, then we will getting the answer 1. For that purpose I have done the operation. 0 by 1 also nothing but 0. Yes, we need to operate in such a way so that the rest of all elements, that should be not disturbance for it. Okay, respectively we need to do it, and over here also we need to take it as 0. So what can I do it over here? R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 is nothing but 0. Yes, this is nothing but an identity matrix. Move to the 9th main question. Here, as previously we have seen lots of the 2 cross 2 matrices. Yes, now over here we are going to solve it by the 3 cross 3 matrices. Let's get started. Over here it's present. Yes, and the A matrix let's represent over here according to the question given, and we need to transform as a upper triangular matrix. Yes, over here we have done of 2 cross 2 upper triangular matrix. Over here we need to do for a 3 cross 3 upper triangular matrix. Let's get started. Now over here and over here, okay, any element is absolutely all right, whether it is positive, negative, okay, in denominator, numerator form, it's absolutely all right, no need to worry. Okay, at this element and at this element, okay, at this we need to bring it as 0. So let's get started. So we need to operate as R2 and R3. R2 minus 2R1 and R3 minus 3R1. Okay, before doing the operation, okay, before converting any row or column operation, make this A11 element as 1. If it is having the 1 element, then absolutely alright, no need to do anything. But if not 1, okay, any other elements like 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, any element or 0, we need to bring it as 1, so that while doing the operation row or column, it will be so easy to do it. Because I have done the row operation R2 minus 2R1, R3 minus 3R1, and we got the answer very easily. If it is 1, then it is very easy. But if other elements, then also we can do the operation. And at this element also we need to bring it as 0. So we need to bring it as 0 without disturbing the elements for over here. Yes, so what I have done, R3 minus 5 by 3 R2. If I'll do the operation over here, R3, then it will bring it as 0, and rest all the terms, no disturbance. So this is nothing but an upper triangular matrix. Yes, and that's what the answer. Related to the upper triangular, a deep concept, I've already posted a video in the description link. You'll be getting the update. To the exercise 2.2, here is the short recap for doing it, in which it based on the minor of the matrix, cofactor of the matrix, adjoint of the matrix. This all things we have already done on the 11th standard. Yes, how to find the minor elements, cofactor elements. Okay, I'll make sure to post the video also. It's just a short recap of the 11th standard, one step more. That is nothing but even we can find the inverse of a matrix by using the adjoint and by using the element transformation. Only the one steps ahead, rest all the things, the finding the minor, cofactor, that all things we have already gone through the 11th standard. Yes, so let's get started with the exercise 2.2. Start with the first main question of the first sub question. We'll start with the 2 cross 2 matrix and we'll move to a 3 cross 3 also. Step by step we will move on to it. So the first sub question is of order 2 cross 2. Yes, because it contains of 2 rows and 2 columns, and we need to find the cofactor of the elements. So cofactor is nothing but by finding the minor we can move to the cofactor. Yes, so first let's find the minor elements, and with that we can find the cofactor. Yes, here is the formula mentioned at the right hand side. Okay, I'll make sure all the formulas, properties to mention all on the either sides, and the question also. So let's get started with the first sub question. So this is my A11 element, A12, A1, A21, A22. Okay, A1 is nothing but my first row, first column. A12 is nothing but my first row, second column. Yes, with the respective row and respective column. So A11 element is equal to minus 1. Yes, by the question given. So what will be the minor of M11? Okay, minor we will use to represent as M11. So we need to hide the respective row and respective column to find the minor elements. So I have just hide the respective row and respective column of the first row, first column. Yes, we have hide over here. So the answer is 4. But on the question they have asked the cofactor. So cofactor formula is A of 11 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into 4. Yes, it's nothing but m plus n. This is my m value and this is my n value. Okay, m plus n into minor elements. Yes, so while doing the calculation, we'll be getting the answer as 4. We have found only 4 A11 elements of the cofactor. Now we need to find rest of the elements. So let's get started. So A12 elements is nothing but 2. Yes, so what will be the minor of M of 1, 2? We need to hide the respective row and respective column. First row, second column. So the leftover term is minus 3. So the minor of M of 1, 2 is nothing but minus 3. Now, a cofactor of the 1, 2 elements is nothing but minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. Okay, the respective row and respective column we need to add into minor elements. So minus 3. And while doing the calculation we're getting in the answer. Okay, it's just a recap of the 11th standard. And for A13 element, minus 3. So M of A21 elements, okay, A21 is equal to minus 3. M21, we need to hide the respective row and respective column. So 2. and A21 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1 into 2. Okay, just do the calculation as like us and we'll be getting the answer. Let's move to the second sub question. Here is also same question. The thing is, it's of 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, the procedure is absolutely same as we have done for the 2 cross 2 order also. So the cofactor, the formula is Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j Mij. Okay, I and j are the row and column respectively mentioned over here. A, it's nothing but the cofactor of the elements, and M, it's nothing but the minor of the elements. It's nothing the capital M and capital A they have denoted over here. Yes, so let's get started. That's what we have mentioned over here. Now we need to find the minor of the respect each and every row and each and every column. We need to find it, and with that we can find the cofactor. So M of 1 1, it's nothing but 1. Yes, so we need to hide the respective row and respective column, and rest all the elements we need to denote as the determinant, and we need to find the value of the determinant, that is nothing but minus 3. So can we find the cofactor minus 1 raised to I plus j according to the formula, and Mij is nothing but M of 1 1, that we have the answer, and we got the answer as minus 3. And M of 1 2. Okay, for each and every elements we need to find it. For that purpose I have mentioned for each and every elements over here. Okay, just find it. We of M of 1 2 is nothing but first row and second column will be hidden, and rest of the terms we need to represent, find the determinant. A12, put the formula, put the value M of 1 2, and we'll be getting the answer. M of 1 3, first row third column, first row third column, just hide it, rest all terms we have represented, and we got the answer. Okay, just a procedure repeat for each and every elements if we'll see it over here. And this is for the second sub question asked. Now the second main question, find the matrix of the cofactor for the following matrices. Here's the differences. We have just found the cofactor of each and every elements. The second main question, we need to denote in the matrix form. Okay, as we have represented over here. Okay, we need to represent of minor elements, cofactor elements, each and every in the matrix form. That's what the difference at the second main question. The rest of the procedure were absolutely same. Let's move to the third main question. So I took the first sub question over here. Here's they have asked that find the adjoint of the following matrix. Okay, the procedure is first we need to identify the minor elements, and with that we can find the cofactor by using the formula Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij. Yes, after finding the cofactor elements we need to find the adjoint of the matrix, that is nothing but transpose of a cofactor matrix. Okay, the procedure is absolutely same for the 2 cross 2 order, for 3 cross 3 order also. So just do the procedure and be getting the answer. So I'll say a step by step method also. A11 element, it's nothing but 2. So M of 1 1, hide the respective row and respective column, that is nothing but M of 1 1 value, and A11 according to the formula I have mentioned, and we got the answer. A12, A21, A22. For each and every elements I found the minor cofactor. Now, and the question they have asked us, adjoint of the matrix in the matrix form. So cofactor matrix, it's nothing but over here A of 1 1. Okay, A11, A12, A21, A22. Okay, all that we have found over here, just put in the matrix form. Adjoint, it's nothing transpose of a cofactor matrix. This is nothing but my cofactor, just find the transpose. Transpose is nothing but the interchanging of the row and column. My row will be interchanged to column, and column will be interchanged to row. Yes, my first row will be interchanged my first column, and second row will be interchanged my second column. That is nothing but the adjoint of the matrix. But there is no changes in the order over here, because it's also 2 cross 2. Over here also 2 cross 2. If the order differs as 2 cross 3, okay, the M and N value changes, then while finding the transpose even the order changes. But over here no difference in the order, because the M and N value are equal. Okay, M means number of rows and N means number of columns equal, so no changes. On the fourth main question, okay, the procedure is nothing but we need to find the adjoint. It's of order 2 cross 2. Yes, over that it's of order 3 cross 3. The procedure as we have done over here, the same thing we need to repeat. And the RHS value they have given us I. I is nothing but the identity matrix, the unit matrix. Okay, I'll mention all on the either side so that we can understand it. Okay, we need to prove it. Okay, please write if any queries, then don't forget to comment. The fifth main question is based on the inverse. As I have mentioned, it's just one step ahead as of the 11th standard. At the 11th standard, we have came across the minor, cofactor, adjoint, transformation, all things. But over here, we need to find the inverse of the matrix. Okay, the inverse of the matrix, I'll mention the formula at the left hand side of. On the other side, we'll be getting it. The inverse of the matrix, the formula is, okay, let's take a alphabet as A. Okay, matrix as A inverse is equal to 1 by A determinant into adjoint of A. Okay, the A, it's nothing but matrix given. Okay, so this is nothing but the formula to find the inverse by using the adjoint method. Okay, there is one more way of finding the inverse. That is nothing but by using the transformation. That is nothing but by using the elementary row or column operation also we can find the inverse of the matrix. Okay, so first I'll say a method for finding the inverse by adjoint method, and we will move to the transformation method. So this is nothing but the fifth main question asked of. So I took the first sub question over here. Okay, the A matrix are given. We need to find the inverse by the adjoint method. First we need to find the A determinant, and secondly we need to find the adjoint. Okay, determinant is nothing but easy. Just multiply the diagonal elements and subtract, and we will be getting the answer. Okay, and for finding the adjoint we need to find the cofactor. For finding the cofactor we need to find the minor. Okay, step by step we will move on to it. So A matrix is nothing but over here. So the A determinant, it's nothing but 13 is not equal to 0. First, the A determinant should not be equal to 0. If A is equal to 0, proceed with the solution part. So A determinant should be not equal to 0. If it's not equal to 0, then A inverse exists. And find the cofactor. Okay, for that we need to be super strong with the minor elements as we have done previously. So we have found the cofactor accordingly, and we need to represent as a cofactor matrix. And how to find the adjoint? Just transpose, interchange the row into column and column into row. If we have interchanged, then transpose of the matrix came. That is nothing but the adjoint of the matrix. Yes, so how we can find the A inverse is nothing but 1 by A determinant and adjoint A. We have the value of A determinant. Yes, it's nothing but 13, and the adjoint of A, just put the value and we'll be getting the answer of A inverse. We'll do one more question as a 3 cross 3 also, so that even more the concept will be clear. Let's start with the third sub question mentioned over here. It's nothing but the 3 cross 3 order. So first procedure, we need to find the value of A determinant. Yes, so let's find it. A determinant of 2 cross 3 cross 3 is just a recap of a 11th standard. Yes, we have already done with it. We can expand any of the row or any of the column, it's up to us. So if you are expanding the first row, then it will become so bit or easy to do it. It's nothing but over here 0, so no need to worry. Just take the value of A11 element, hide the respective row and respective column, multiply the diagonal elements, and we'll be getting the answer. It's not equal to 0, so A inverse exists. So we can find the value of A inverse. So first thing is we need to find the adjoint. Yes, so for that we need to find the cofactor. For cofactor we need to find the minor. Let's get started. So I'll say a step-by-step procedure over here. Just note it. For finding the cofactor, the formula is Aij is equal to -1 raised to I plus ij into Mij. Yes, A of 1 1, A of 1 2 we have found over here, in which we know the M of 1 1, M of 1 2. Okay, just put the value accordingly and we'll be getting the answer. Yes, this is what the solution asks. And over here A31 also I have mentioned over here. Yes, A31, A32 and A33. Yes, so can we arrange as a cofactor matrix according to the matrix given? Yes, just put the value accordingly. Okay, A11 over here, A12 over here. Just put the value and we'll be getting the answer. So how we can find the adjoint? Just do the transpose of the cofactor. Transpose nothing but interchanging the row and column. So my first row will be interchanged as my first column, second row will be interchanged as my second column, and third row will be interchanged as my third column. This is how we need to find the adjoint of the matrix. So how we can find the A inverse is nothing but according to the formula 1 by A determinant into adjoint A. A determinant we know the value, just put the value accordingly and adjoint A. Okay, I have done a slight modification over here. I have just multiplied with the minus over here. Okay, minus I have took it in the matrix form. If we can divide 1 by 3 at each and every number, is absolutely alright. But if not, then also no problem. If we will keep my 1 by 3 as like us, then also no need to worry. Minus we need to subtract. Okay, if this is also is absolutely right, the answer will be getting the perfect answer. If not, multiply by minus by using the adjoint method. It's just super easy because as we have done previously at the 11th step, just a quite recap of it. Now a quite long step we need to take it for the 6th main question. It's nothing but you need to find the inverse by using the transformation. It's nothing but we can use the row operation, column operation if they have blankly mentioned about the transformation. Okay, it's up to us. So what is the procedure actually? I'll just mention over here. Okay, first we need to find the value of A determinant. If it is not equal to 0, then we can find the A inverse. 6th main question, I took the first sub question over here. Yes, so we need to find the inverse by using the transformation. Let's get started. So as I have done the procedure, the same thing we need to apply step by step method. I'll just explain so that even more the concept will be clear and we will find it very easy. So first is find the value of A determinant. We have found it's nothing but not equal to 0, so A inverse exists. Now secondly, we need to find the A inverse value. So for that A inverse is equal to I is nothing but the identity matrix, and A matrix we have, and we need to find the A inverse. So accordingly I have mentioned the A matrix, identity, A inverse. Now the actual procedure is we need to do the transformation, any transformation, row, column, add, subtract, is up to us. Okay, any transformation we need to do, and we need to bring this matrix in the form of 1 0 0 1. If we are doing the row operation over here, the same row operate will be done over here, but over here any changes, no need to worry, no need to take care of it. Over here only we need to take care, we need to bring it as 1 0 0 1. Okay, in that form we need to bring it. Over here it's absolutely 1, so it's one way of doing. No need to worry. Over here we have already 1, so no need to do any transformation. Over here it's 2, so what can I do? I need to bring it as 0. So 2 minus of 2 R1, it's nothing but 0. 2 minus 2 is nothing but 0. Yes, so R2 minus of 2 R1, I'll do the operation over here. Yes, R2 minus 2 R1, so that I can bring it as 0. The same operation I'll just do it for this, because row 2 operates. Yes, we have done the operation for the row 2. The same thing will used to apply over here, but any changes over here, no cares off. But over here we need to bring in the form of 1 0 0 1. Okay, now over column 1 there is no need to do it. Now next is we need to bring it over here as 1. So minus 5 divided by minus 5, it's nothing but 1. So can we operate R2 divide by minus 5? Yes, so that I can take it as 1 value. Okay, over here 0, no effects. And over here we need to do the same operation, no cares. If any number, no need to worry, we need to bring the form of 1 0 0 1 only over here, not for over here. Now only the last operation may left off for doing the operate this one. I need to bring it as 0. So 2 minus 2, it's nothing but 0. R1 minus 2 R2, just operate it and we will be getting the answer. And so A inverse is equal to this one, 1 by 5. I took it as common and we got the answer. Okay, I have done the operation over here, the same operate I have done over here, but we need to bring this value in the form of 1 0 0 1 and we got the answer. The 6th main question, I took this second sub question over here. Okay, as previously I have mentioned, just do the procedure as like us and we getting the answer. I'll say 1 by 1 step accordingly, because it's something new for the 12th standard to find the A inverse by using the transformation. So we'll do it step by step. Okay, let's take a matrix. First procedure, find the A determinant. Okay, it should be not equal to 0, so A inverse exists. and the formula is A inverse is equal to I. Okay, why I took A? Because I have took A matrix over here for that purpose. If B, then B. Okay, accordingly changes. I is nothing but an identity matrix. It's nothing but 1 0 0 1 form according to a 2 cross 2 matrix, because in the question they have given of 2 cross 2. So A determinant we need to write as like as A inverse is equal to I. I have mentioned as like as. Now we need to find the value of A inverse. For that, this A, okay, we need to represent the A determinant. So A matrices as 1 0 0 1. Okay, in place of 2 we need to represent as 1, in place of -3 we need to represent as 0. Over here 0 and over 1. Over here anything applies, no problem, but over here we need to bring it in the form of 1 0 0 1. Then only we will be getting the answer of A inverse. For that purpose we can do any operation up to us. We can add, subtract, multiply, scalar multiplication, interchange, anything. It's up to us. Okay, over here 2 is there. Okay, how over here I need to bring it as 1. Yes, but for that what can I do the operation? If 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1, 2 minus 1, so it's nothing but row 1 plus row 2, then we can get the answer as 1. Okay, just do the operation at row 1. Okay, if we are doing operate over here, over here also it's affect. Yes, so no problem, just put the value accordingly and we get the answer. And over here also we need to do the operation same, row 1 plus row 2. Okay, anything 1 0 0 1 will collapse the matrix and we'll be getting the other matrix. Okay, anything applies, no problem. We need to take care of the left hand side. We need to bring it as 1 0 0 1 form, and we need to operate as similar for the right hand side also. This is what the procedure. Now over here after doing the calculation we getting the answer. Okay, this is nothing but the answer. Now my second turn. Okay, this value I need to bring it as 0. How can I take it? -1 plus 1, it's nothing but 0. So let's operate the row 2. Row 2 plus row 1. -1 plus 1, it's nothing but 0. So it's nothing but over here according to the identity matrix it's came it off. Yes, so over here also we need to do the same. Okay, at R2 it affects 1 2. Okay, do the operation whatever you're doing it in the LHS, do it for the RHS also. Okay, we need to bring the A matrix in the form of 1 0 0 1. For that purpose we have doing it. Now over here 1 0, over here also 1, absolutely all right. Over here we need to bring it as 0. So how can I bring? -1 plus 1, it's nothing but 0. So by R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2, can I take it as 0? And this is in the form of 1 0 0 1 form. Yes, and that's nothing but the answer of it. We have done for the 2 cross 2 matrix. Yes, now we'll just do it for the 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, just will be the concept so clear, but for 3 cross 3 the transformation may find little bit bigger. Okay, but we need to do it. Okay, so let's get started. So I took the third sub question. I'll say that we'll do each and every main sub question over here so that the concept will be clear. For that purpose I'll just do it for each and every main sub question. So procedure were absolutely same. Okay, we need to find the value of A determinant and it should be not equal to 0, so the A inverse exists, and the formula A inverse is equal to I. Yes, so A value we know, identity according to the 3 cross 3 also we know. Okay, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, now what is the procedure? We need to bring this element in the form of 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, this element we need to bring it, and whatever may be over here, no need to worry, just do the calculation and we'll be getting the answer. Okay, over here first procedure. Okay, the first step, I'll say most important step, bring this one element as 1. Okay, any transformation we are doing, row, column, okay, bring it this element as 1 so that we can find the calculation in the most simplest way. Okay, so for that purpose I'll do the transformation as row 1 interchange to row 2. If we are interchanging it, we will be getting the value as 1. Yes, row 1 interchange to row 2. Yes, each and every element will be interchanged. Yes, over here also, over here also, so that we can find it very easily. Okay, during the transformation it is the most important step. Now over here we need to bring it as 0. Yes, so what can I do the transformation? R3 minus 3R1. Okay, for that purpose I have made this at 1 so that we can find the calculation more simplest way. For that purpose I'll say the most important step or most important tip, that take this element as 1 by doing the any transformation. Rest all transformation will come automatically. Over here R3, okay, over here R3, the first element is 3. Okay, so bring it as 0. R3 minus 3R1. So if we will do, we will be getting the answer. So first column we got it. Yes, and over here also 1. Now bring this element as 0, but don't make any changes over here. Do the transformation so that I can't change anything. Okay, like that we need to do the transformation. So I have done R1 minus 2R1 and R3 plus 5R2. Okay, whatever you're doing the transformation at the L, just do it for the RHS also. Yes, so that's what the answer is for that purpose. And we have done the transformation, we done the calculation over here, so that we bring it as 0. Now over here 0 0 1. Yes, so let's get started. So first take this element as 0, so divide by 2. If divide by 2, then we'll be getting the answer as 1. So 1 1, over here also 0. Now bring this element as 0. So I have done the transformation as like this and we got the answer. And A inverse is nothing but 1 by 2 and the matrix. Okay, 1 by 2 I took it as common and that's nothing but the A inverse. Okay, by using the transformation we have got it. Okay, that is not a restriction that by using the row operation only we need to do it. We can do it by the column operation also. Now let's move to the fourth sub question over here. Over here the A matrix is given. First thing is we need to find the value of A determinant so that A inverse exists if it is not equal to 0. And the second is A inverse is equal to I. So this is nothing but my A value. A inverse is equal to I. Now what is my next step? We need to bring this element in the form of 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Yes, so first tip, the most important tip I have mentioned, bring this element as 1. So one way of doing, I'll say it, if I divide by 2 by 2 is equal to 1, we will be getting the answer. But so it just affect over here, so that while doing the other transformation we can find it very hard. Okay, for that purpose I'll do a simplest transformations. Okay, we'll be getting it. Okay, I'll make this 2 as in the form of 6. I'll just multiply by 3 at row 1 so that it will become a 6. Okay, over here if it's 6 minus 5 is nothing but 1. Okay, in the simplest transformation by simplest calculation I have just done over here. Yes, the same thing, multiply by 3 with each and every row 1 and again row 1 minus row 2. Okay, so that I'll be getting the answer. As previously I have said, divide each and every element by 2. If we are doing by that also, we will be getting the answer same. But over here minus 1 by 2 will become. Then by doing any calculation, row 1 minus row 2, row 3, over here also we need to do the same so that we can find it a little bit hard. For that purpose we are just doing over here. If the last transformation, okay, the ending transformation, if you are doing divide by 2, then it's absolutely all right because there is no more calculation further. But over here, firstly if we will divide by 2, then again if we are doing any of the transformation, it may find little bit hard. For that purpose I have done the calculation over here. Over here already it's 1. So just bring it over here 0. So 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So 5 minus R1 into 5 R1. Yes, R2 minus 5 R1, so that I can take it as 0. Now okay, the first column we have got it. Now let's move to over second column. So I have done the calculation over here, R2 minus 5 R3, so that I can bring this element as 1. Okay, do the calculation at the RHS also. Don't forget to do it because it's the most important thing given that also. Just repeat the next operation over here. Okay, now my next step is I need to bring R1 over here, and over here we need to take it as 0. Yes, for that purpose I have done the operation over here, R1 plus R2 and R3 minus R2. Okay, While doing the calculation, we'll be getting the answer. Now over here, now my first and second column is absolutely all right. Now over here also, just the two things we need to take it. Okay, over here I need to bring it as 1, over here I need to bring it as 0. So let's get started. Now I have done divide over here. Okay, divide by 3. Okay, it's absolutely a last or second last transformation. There is no more calculation left. For that purpose I have just divided over here. But if I done the starting only, if I will divide, then any transformation after that will become so hard. Okay, for that purpose I have mentioned. So by dividing it, we will be getting the answer as 1. Now the only one part is remain, we need to bring it as 0. For that purpose, r1 plus 3r3. If you will do the calculation, that's nothing but my A inverse value. That is nothing but the A inverse. We have found it. This is how we need to find it, by using the transformation. Okay, firstly we may find it very hard for doing it. Okay, we need to think about it, how we need to bring it as 0, how we need to take it as 1. Little bit starting problem may occur, but after doing lots and lots example, it may find very easy. Now the important thing that we need to mention, we have found the A inverse by using the transformation. If we are defining the A inverse by the adjoint method also, we will be getting the answer same. Just cross check it, we'll be getting the answer same. Okay, it's one of the proof. Let's move to the exercise 3.3. okay, it is nothing but the application of the matrices. Yes, so by the simultaneous linear equation, there is two method of doing it, method of inversion and method of reduction. Okay, we can find the value of the certain alphabet given like x, y, z, a, b, c. We can find it very easily by using this two method. Okay, it's nothing but the simultaneous equation. We have done previously, like 10th and 9th standard, we used to do the linear equation by the simultaneous equation. We can find the value of x and y in that way only, but with the help of the matrices we are going to do it over here. That's what the difference. So there is a three type of question given in the 2.3. First main question based on inversion, second main question is based on the reduction, and thirdly, okay, third, fourth and fifth, okay, is just a word problem sum. Okay, we need to choose a method, whether we need to do by reduction, inversion, both the way is absolutely alright. We'll be getting the answer same, but it's up to us whether it finds easy any of the method. We can proceed with the solution part. So let's start with the first main question. First main question is based on the inversion method. Yes, so the inversion method is based on the inverse of the elementary transformation, as we have done previously for the exercise 2.2. okay, the inverse we have found by using the elementary transformation. Okay, the same thing we need to apply, and lastly a quite 2-3 steps we need to do it, and we can find the answer. Okay, 80% of the step is absolutely same. Okay, we'll find it over here. Okay, over here the two types of matrix are given. Okay, the linear equations are given, so just put it in the matrix form. Yes, 1 2 2 3, the coefficient and the variable and the RHS part I have done. It is in the form of ax is equal to b, and what is my a determinant is equal to -1. It's not equal to 0, so a inverse exists. And secondly, a inverse is equal to I is nothing but the identity, and A matrix we already know. Yes, just put the value accordingly. Now again the same step, we need to bring this element in the form of 1 0 0 1, and we'll be getting the other elements over here. Okay, the same procedure as I mentioned. 80% of the work is absolutely same, 20% is different after doing the calculation. Let's get started. So over here 1, so no need to do any calculation over here. I need to bring this element as 0, so 2 minus 2 is equal to 0, r2 minus 2 r1. If you will do it, we will be getting the answer. Over here it's -1, but I need to take it as 1, so I have multiplied by -1. If I will do it, so that will be getting the answer. So 1 0 0 1, it's absolutely alright. Over here we need to take it as 0, so again do the calculation, transformation, and we will be getting the answer. So A inverse is equal to, over here, yes, so we have found the A inverse, but we need to find the value of x and y. For that purpose, I'll just do the quite calculation over here. Ax is equal to b. Yes, if I multiply both the LHS and RHS term by A inverse, if I am multiplying with it, then I will getting the answer as A inverse into A x is equal to A inverse into B. A inverse A, it's nothing but I. Just put it. So Ix is equal to A inverse B. So what will be the value of x? X is nothing but xy. Yes. And A inverse we have found it. And B we know. Just do the matrix multiplication. Yes, and we're getting the answer. Okay, related to the matrix multiplication, it's also we have gone through the 11th standard. Okay, if any doubt related to the matrix multiplication, then go through the description link and get more update. Let's move to the third sub question. Here a quite different sum as we have done previously. Okay, while finding the sum, we used to find the A determinant, which is always it's not equal to 0, so A inverse x, and we used to proceed the solution. But at the third sub question, if we are finding the A determinant, it's equal to 0, so A inverse does not exist and x and y also does not exist. Okay, the solution part doesn't proceed after that. For that purpose I have mentioned the third sub question. If any time A determinant is equal to 0 comes, then A inverse does not exist and no more further solution part comes it off. According to personally mentioned, the reduction method is a quite simplest in comparative with the inversion method, because a reduction method, by using the simplest transformation we will be getting the answer. For that purpose I like that reduction method. I'll say a small tip for doing it also. Okay, here the two equation given. The first sub question, okay, I have mentioned in the matrix form Ax is equal to B in the matrix form. Now over here, okay, we need to find the value of x and y. Okay, so a small tip for doing it, only this A21 elements. Okay, A21, make it as 0. No need to worry for the other elements. Okay, just make this A21 element as 0. No transformation apply for the other elements. Just make it only for 81 element and 0, and rest all the terms you will be getting the answer. Like over here 3 is there. Yes, so can we do the transformation 2r2? Okay, over here it will become as 6 and we can minus it. Okay, and subtract it. For that purpose I have done the transformation 2r2. Okay, 2r2 is affected, r2 minus 3r1. Okay, by doing the transformation I just brought over here also 0. If, as I mentioned, just bring it as 0, rest of procedure will become so easy. And over here just do the matrix multiplication. 2x plus y, yes, 5, keep it as like as 0x plus 7y. 0x, it's nothing but 0, and 7y minus 21 as like us. And by equality of matrices, 2x plus y is equal to 5, 7y is equal to minus 21. Okay, by doing it we can find the value of y. Yes, and if we have value of my y is equal to minus 3, just put it over here at equation 1 and we'll be getting the answer x, and that's what the answer. Okay, just do A21 element as 0 and we can find it very easily. This is for a 2 cross 2 matrix. If for example if they asked us 3 cross 3, then what we need to do, take the upper triangular matrix as 0. Okay, do the transformation, just make the upper triangular matrix as 0 and do the matrix multiplication as we have done over here and be getting the answer. At the word problem, some they have not mentioned we need to use the inversion or reduction method. They have not mentioned. Okay, it's up to over here by reduction method. If we are doing by the inversion method, then also we'll be getting the answer same. Okay, I may find this reduction very easily. Just only one transformation we need to do it. Okay, and rest of terms we will be getting it. Let's get started. So this question is based on the cost of pencil, pen, eraser. Yes, so let's name pencil as x, pen by y, and eraser as z. Let's construct the equation. The cost of 4 pencil, 3 pen, 2 eraser is equal to 60. So 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. Yes, and second also, just mention it over here. 2 pencil, 2x plus 4y plus 6z is equal to 90. So over here it's a multiple of a 2. I have just divided each and every element by 2 and will be getting the answer. Now the third. 6 pencil, 2 pen, 3 eraser into is equal to 60. So the 3 equation we have got it represent in the matrix form. Yes, after representing in the matrix form, okay, I'll just do it by the reduction method. Okay, it may find a little bit easy. So if we are doing by the inversion also, we will be getting the answer same. Okay, if reduction also the same answer. So according to the reduction, as I mentioned, the upper triangular matrix, we need to bring it as 0 in 3 cross 3, in 2 cross 2. Over here, I brought it over here element 0. Over here, we need to bring this element as 0 by using the transformation. So as I have done the transformation over here, R1 interchange to R2 as mentioned. If I'll bring this A11 element as 1, then if by doing any calculation, it may find it a bit easy. For that purpose, I make it as 1 over here. Okay, now if we are bringing it as 0, R2 minus 4 R1, R3 minus 6 R2. Okay, 4 minus 4, 6 minus 6. Okay, for doing the calculation as I mentioned. Now bring this element as 0. Do as operate to R2. R3 minus 2 R2, we will be getting the answer. The same operation we will do it by the RHS also. Now it is in the form of upper triangular matrix. Now we can do the sum very easily. Okay, by finding it by the matrix multiplication. 1x plus 2y plus 3z minus 5y minus 10z 5z and rest all elements 0. Okay, and over here absolutely same. By equality of matrix, just equate the matrix. Okay, and we got the answer. 5z is equal to 40, so z is equal to 8. Put the z is equal to 8 in any of the equations so that we can find the value of y. After finding the value of y, just put value over here, y and z over here, and we'll be getting the answer x. So x, y, z. We have found it by using the reduction. If for example, if we are finding by the inversion, we will be getting the answer 6. For watching this video. If this ignited maths is so helpful, then do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment.